You know that feeling when you're doing everything you think you should be doing, but nothing is really changing? You're busy, you're trying, but somehow you're still stuck. Honestly, you might be even wondering, what am I missing? Why is this so hard? I get it. I call it the motionless motion. It feels like your wheels are spinning, but you're not actually moving anywhere. And here's something I realized. Getting unstuck isn't about working harder. It's about shifting focus and doing things differently. Hello and welcome to With Samar Naim. In today's video, we're talking about feeling stuck, but more importantly, how to break free and get unstuck. I'll be sharing with you 3 practical steps that can help you gain clarity and finally move forward in life. Stay tuned till the end as I reveal the biggest mistake people make when it comes to getting unstuck. Let's figure this out together. Whether you're feeling stuck in your personal life, career, or relationship, it's very important to recognize that breaking the cycle is a personal journey. All the tools and the advice in the world won't work if you don't put in the work. So before I share my 3-step guide with you, I invite you to say this with intention or even out loud. Say with me, I am willing and fully committed to put in the work. All right, let's break it all down. Here are the 3 practical steps to help you break free from feeling stuck. Number 1, acknowledge and shift your focus. It's not until we realize how we're keeping ourselves stuck that we can actually change. And if you're asking yourself, why am I stuck? This might be the reason you are stuck. Because here's the thing, if you're asking the wrong question, you're moving in the wrong direction. Your brain's top priority is to keep you safe. So when you ask, why am I stuck? Your brain will dig up endless reasons why you are and might even create new ones. Why? Because it sees anything unfamiliar as a potential threat. So, the first key to break the cycle of feeling stuck is to shift your focus towards possibilities. Ask yourself forward-thinking questions. Where do I want to go? What do I actually want my life to look like? What can I do to move forward? A helpful tool for this is mind mapping. Get a piece of paper. Write down your goal or your question in the center of the paper and branch out all the ideas that can help you move forward. This will help you get everything out of your head into a visual representation, breaking your mental fog and opening up possibilities to see patterns and connections you can start with. Another approach is to try and draw inspiration from what worked for you before. Think of a time when you felt in flow and moving forward in your life. What were you doing differently? Who was involved? How did you feel? Write all of this down and see what patterns you can find and which ones you can recreate to help yourself now. Now that we've shifted focus, it's time to take action. Number 2, take small, immediate actions. Overthinking is a trap that keeps you stuck longer than you know. You spend hours planning, researching, tweaking, all without actually moving. I'm an overthinker, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. But here's what works. Taking small actions, because progress happens through action, not through overthinking or overplanning. I sometimes need to remind myself of that. Now, science shows that simply starting, even for just 5 minutes, can help you overcome resistance and build momentum. And creating a sense of urgency amplifies this momentum. Here is where the 1 action rule comes in. Instead of waiting to feel ready, pick one thing and take action in the next 24 hours. Give yourself that deadline. If you've been tweaking your resume forever, just hit send on the latest version. If you've been thinking about starting a new habit, do it for 10 minutes today. If you've been thinking of making that call, make it. Commit to doing one thing today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Just do it. No excuses, no exceptions. The one action rule is what moves you out of your head and into action. And here's why it works. When something feels urgent, the brain sees that there's greater risk in not moving. So when you create the 24-hour deadline or even imagine the cost of staying in the same place for too long, your brain starts helping you to move past this perceived threat. Number 3, audit what's working and what's not. In a world where burnout culture is real, staying productive without feeling overwhelmed is crucial. And it's always helpful to take a step back and evaluate where your time and energy are going. One question that always gets to me and makes me pause is, am I actually being productive or am I just being busy? Because there's a huge difference between the two. Not all tasks are created equal. If you feel stuck, it's likely because you're focusing on too many things instead of the right things that make a difference. You're working harder, not smarter. If you really want to make the change, ask yourself, am I just filling my time or am I actually making progress? Audit your to-do list. What is bringing me closer to what I want? What can I let go of, delegate, or reprioritize? Instead of spreading yourself thin across 10 things, this week I invite you to identify 2 or 3 high-impact actions. Those tasks that, if done right, will push you forward and directly contribute to the change you want. Prioritize and focus on them, because if you're spending all your time on low-impact tasks, what are you really achieving? Now, here's what most people get wrong, and it's why they stay stuck longer than they should. The biggest mistake people make when trying to get unstuck is wanting to do it all and wanting to do it all now. They rush the process, overcomplicate things, and end up feeling frustrated because they're trying to tackle everything at once. But here's the truth. Breaking things down into smaller pieces makes them more doable, less overwhelming, and leaves space for trial and error. And trial and error, it's a big deal. What you're going through is a learning journey, and a huge part of it is letting go of the fear of failure or mistakes. But many people treat failure like a stop sign instead of a stepping stone. And the more they entertain that thought, the more likely they are to stay stuck or get back into that cycle. They give in to the fear-based voice in their head, reinforcing their brain's protective narrative of, "I told you so." And before they know it, they convince themselves that they can't do it, that it wasn't safe, and that they shouldn't have tried it in the first place. And this cycle, it creates more resistance and keeps you stuck. The key to helping yourself through your journey of getting unstuck is to reframe every experience as just that, an experience, period. Focus on curiosity, learning, and acknowledging every small win. Remember, getting unstuck is not about bursts of motivation. It's about consistency and discipline. And to achieve that, you need to create that for yourself. Before I leave you, here's a quick tip. As you've seen, getting unstuck is all about movement, mental, emotional, and even physical. Sometimes simply getting up and moving your body, whether it's a walk, stretching, or even dancing, can help shift your energy and perspective. Try it and see how it works for you. Thank you for your support in liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Let me know in the comments what resonated most with you from today's video. And always remember, you've got this. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.